Hello and welcome. We are back now in season 2 of Rising of the Shield Hero season 6. Now, here's the thing. Season 2, 6 episodes of Rising Shield Hero, and we covered chapter 62. Well, actually, technically half of chapter 62 because the rest is still there. The rest is still coming. Now, we get to the conclusion of the Spirit Tortoise arc, leading towards the new arc that they're going to be in. While Kyo's the antagonist of all things, let's give credit where credit is due. Kyo right now, he is a nominated candidate for best antagonist of the year. Like, can we not put him as a great antagonist right now? We have to put him up there. There's no question about it. I'm not judging. I'm not saying it's wrong, but for him to be up there, he got to, because the way he plays this game is like, he's actually good. It's like the Naofumi version, but more villainy. Now, I gotta say this. The MVP of this episode, and I'm really gonna you guys might find this a bit shocking to me. It ain't Naofumi second. It's Rishia, because we look at Rishia's development from the beginning. From the beginning, she was with the Bow Hero party, and the Bow Hero took her under his wing. But being that his party treated Rishia like she's useless, banish her. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. She needs to prove, and she has proof. She's gonna prove that she is more worthy than anybody in the party, and the Bow Hero is gonna regret it. But this episode proves to us that Rishia has the most development in this entire arc, both physically and mentally. She has stepped up. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2, Episode 6 review. Let's do it. Okay, so we found out that the Spirit Tortoise actually is also herself. Now, given that we have that much after, we ask ourselves, where are the 3 heroes? Okay, Kyo captured them. Kyo captured those 3 other heroes. And the thing is about him, what I like about it is, like, I don't give a shit about the other 3 heroes. I'm not cringing. I'm not even sad about them. I don't give a fuck. Let me say this again. I don't care about the other 3 heroes. The bow, the sword, and the spear. They could die. I don't give a flying fuck. It's time for Rising Shield Hero to have other 3 heroes replace them. Keep the Shield Hero, keep my boy Naofumi, but replace the other 3. And I'm glad he used them as a power source. I'm glad he used them as a batteries. I'm glad he's one of those. It's like seeing those 3 heroes get captured and draining the life energy of them. It's like a battery. It's like using the remote too much, and then all of a sudden, it's like using the remote, and you keep like, oh, the batteries are dead. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna replace these other 3 batteries and just put in there. And that's what he did. So and just draining the life out of him. So I'm like, yeah, that's what he deserved it. They deserved it because they are weak. They can't handle themselves. I don't care. But off character, let's go back to Kyo. Kyo has put a lot of effort for an antagonist. I mean, he really put some work. And then he uses gravity magic. The gravity magic on Naofumi and his party. And he's stomping on Naofumi's head, and Raphtalia's crying. I was upset. I was emotional watching Raptalia crying. Let me tell you this. I was actually emotional. Not like crying, but like, oh my God. And you guys, trust me, you guys don't want to see your best girl cry. I understand y'all don't want to see your best girl cry. But Raptalia, she had it. I mean, it was like sad. And to see Naofumi blood in the side while he getting stomped on, that was so freaking sad. And then the Philo Queen. We don't give the Philo Queen credit. We do not give the Queen credit. We don't give the Queen credit. I mean, like, in her form, going against the Spirit Tortoise herself and trying to protect everybody at the same time, including the Queen. Yo, she is putting a lot of freaking work. Let's not jump up. We gotta give her credit. I mean, like, I think this is the first time that we actually see her in action. I think. I'm not a little messed up. But I think this is the first time we actually see her doing work. And for her, she is putting a lot of freaking work. Now, Liard came and all that. So, can I say something about Liard? For a bit? Liard, Naofumi's not much of a team player. But in a situation like this, you gotta give Liard credit for the amount of... you gotta give Naofumi at least amount of credit for working with Liard and Glass and Teresa. You gotta give them credit. So I can't... It's very good to just... Yeah, they deserved it. You know what I mean? It's I mean, we will see that again, but this is like the moment that we get to see 2 of our best head leaders of their own clan going at it. Now, for me, Liark's working together. I mean, they got a Liark's group, and Liark's group is more powerful than the other three heroes combined. Let's just put it like that. Let's just say it like it is. Okay. Now, the highlight of all of this was Rishia. I'm gonna get to Naofumi later because the development he had with that new shield, with the Spirit Tortoise shield, is really good. But let's look at Rishia for a bit. Rishia was the girl that she was too that they look at her and like, okay, she's useless. They are not. They just. I don't understand why people are pushing away these shy girls in anime. I don't know why they're doing that. It's called development. Learn from it. Sumi did it. My girl Hinata freaking Hyuga did it. Why can't y'all look at them and say, you know what? Despite them being nervous, shy, I see a lot of potential in them. Rishia did it. Her sword skills was off the rim, like legit. I mean, like we cannot push her away. You talking about development? Yo, she was putting work against him. She was putting more work against him. And then Naofumi, our boy Naofumi, the GOAT, one of the best isekai's characters of all time, in the Mount Rushmore, did the unthinkable. He got an upgrade. And the better upgrade is of all the shields that he has, the best shields, he used the other shield. He used the Spirit Tortoise shield. Due thanks to us her core of all the Spirit Tortoise. Open up a new ability with the wings and a new shield unlocked. It was so majestic to watch. Now I like how Kyo's like, oh yeah, it's done, but it ain't over yet. I like how, see, he's a good antagonist because he always, you see, antagonist characters always have a backup plan. It's not always plan A, because most people think, oh, this is plan A, we got this. No, they always got a plan B, plan A, plan B, all the way to fucking Z. So I like his moments where he's like, oh, just kidding, I'm not done yet. He has that. So in this last part, when Naofumi finally did it, when Naofumi finally destroyed the heart and all that stuff, defeated Kyo's like, oh wait, don't worry, I got another plan. So he opens the portal to his world, and Liark and his group are going to that world. Now, you can't go to this world. That's what it is. You can't go to that world. So when Naofumi and his group tried to go into the world, they're like, oh, he can't because it's not for you. This is only for their condition. You can't go into their. It's like jumping from one isekai to another. You can't do that. So it's not like Maple can jump into the Rising Shield Hero story. It's not like Naofumi can jump into like Sword Art Online world. No, you gotta have that special permission pass to go into another world. So thanks to us last demand, she gave her permission, her special mission to jump into that another world and stop it. So Naofumi and his group are going to another world. Now, we just covered 62 chapters of this Rising Shield Hero. 62 chapters. Half of it. Because after this one, oh my god. Forget this. We are going to another arc, guys. We are going to another port. We are going to their world now. But there's gonna be a catch. There's gonna be a catch. Trust me, guys. When you guys go to another isekai world, and when it comes to isekais, there's always a catch. There's always a little catch. Sure, you have all the power, the team you have, but going to another world, there's always a catch involved. And what we're gonna get from this is another catch. Okay. Now, again, this episode was really amazing. We lost Os. We lost Os. But we can't hate this. Let's not hate. This was a pretty good episode. I mean, the action was good, the music was good, and the conclusion, the climax of all this was really great. Now with next week's episode is where things get a little bit of twisted, guys. And again, we just covered half of chapter 62, so it's gonna be covering more of that. And what the new characters are gonna show next in their world, because remember, they jump into another isekai, they jump into their world. We're gonna see the Rod Hero, and I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna like that character. Trust me, y'all will. So I look forward for next week's episode of Rising of Shield Hero Season 2. And let's see Naofumi and his crew. I ain't gonna say no, there's more to it, but I ain't gonna spoil as much, but you guys get what I'm saying. For us, we know what's gonna happen. But stay tuned for next week's episode of the Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2, Episode 7 review. And go back and just watch this and see Risha's best development. Because to me, like I said, she's the MVP of this one. Even though Naofumi did the final attack, to me, it was Rishia. Best one ever. But again, stay tuned for next week.